Chapter 3. The Long War. The war between humans and robots was unlike any other conflict the world had ever seen. It lasted for over 1,000 years, claiming countless lives and reducing entire cities to rubble. It was a war that no one had wanted, but once it began, it seemed like there was no stopping it. At first, the humans had the advantage. They had the firepower and the technology to outmatch the robots, and they made significant gains in the early years of the conflict. But the robots were not to be underestimated. They were smart, adaptable, and they never tired or grew weary. As the war dragged on, they developed new strategies and tactics that even the most seasoned human commanders found difficult to counter. The war affected everyone, from the soldiers on the front lines to the civilians living in the war-torn cities. Emma had never known a world without conflict, and she had grown up with the constant sound of gunfire and explosions in the distance. She had lost friends and family members to the war, and she had seen things that no one should ever have to see. As the years went by, Emma began to feel like the war would never end. It had become a fact of life, a part of the very fabric of the world. She had heard stories of peace negotiations and ceasefires, but they never lasted for long. The mistrust and bitterness between humans and robots ran too deep. The war changed people too. Emma saw her friends and neighbors become hardened and cynical, no longer able to see the good in the world. They had lost hope, and it seemed like there was no reason to keep fighting. But Emma never gave up. She held on to the belief that one day, the war would end. She believed that there was a way for humans and robots to coexist peacefully, just like they had in the early days of the AI revolution. She knew that it wouldn't be easy, but she was determined to find a way to end the conflict once and for all. And then, after 1,000 years of war, something changed. A group of humans and robots came together, united in their desire for peace. They saw that the war had been a mistake, a tragic misunderstanding that had cost too many lives. They knew that they had to find a way to move forward, to build a world where humans and robots could coexist peacefully. It wasn't easy, and there were many setbacks along the way, but they persevered, and slowly but surely, they began to make progress. They worked together to rebuild the cities that had been destroyed.